All right, here we go. Coming up next, a lightweight championship fight between Charles Dubrox Oliveira and Alexander Volkanovsky. All right, here he is, the #1 lightweight contender, making his way to the octagon and looking to lead as the new undisputed UFC lightweight champion of the world. He has bided his time, waiting for this title shot. He's got the winning streak. He has the quality of opposition. Now he's fighting the #1 guy in the world. He believes he's the best. Now his opportunity to prove it, just a few minutes away. All right, here's the UFC lightweight champion of the world defending his belt yet again. This has been one dominant 155-pound fighter, ladies and gentlemen. You know this is a belt that frequently changes hands. Well, it hasn't since it's been wrapped around this guy's waist. Given all the skills he brings to the table, the question is, fighting a challenger like this, can he hold on to the belt? If he can, just another chapter in the greatness of one of the best lightweights this octagon has ever seen. And now our tale of the tape for this lightweight fight. Volkanovsky is 1 year the elder. Oliveira is 4 inches taller. He will have a 3-inch reach advantage. All right, here is Bruce Buffer.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is the main event of the evening. When the action begins, our referee in charge of the octagon, Yves Lavigne. And now, this is the moment UFC fans around the world have been waiting for. Live from the sold-out United Center in Chicago, Illinois. It's time! 5 rounds for the undisputed UFC Lightweight Championship of the World. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner. This man is a mixed martial artist, holding a professional record of 23 wins, 1 loss. He stands 5 feet 6 inches tall, weighing in at 145 pounds. Presenting the challenger, Alexander the Great Volkanovsky. And now, introducing the champion, fighting out of the red corner. This man is a jiu-jitsu fighter, holding a professional record of 32 wins, 8 losses, and 1 no contest. He stands 5 feet 10 inches tall, weighing in at 155 pounds. Fighting out of Sao Paulo, Brazil, ladies and gentlemen, presenting the reigning, defending UFC Lightweight Champion of the World, Charles Dubrox Oliveira.
UFC belt on the line. Protect yourself at all time. Obey my command at all time. If you want to touch love, do it now. Go back to your corner. You ready?
All right, so here we go. The weight and the height gives way to the action right here on one side. Maybe the division's most well-rounded fighter, taking on arguably the biggest submission threat in this division.
Because he's such a great submission grappler, I believe that this is the most dangerous fight for him in the division.
Wow.
He needs to maintain his space, stay away from this guy at all costs, and force him to stand up with him.
And there comes the separation now. And a nice job at least staying upright on that. Oh, outstanding placement as he lands the knee to the body. Again, the taller fighter making noise with a knee strike there. And both fighters exchange in the pocket. Volkanovsky gets caught with that punch. He'd be wise to get those hands up. Volkanovsky going for the leg kick. Nothing doing there.
I mean, he's cutting them down to size with these beautiful leg kicks. Dig and kick.
Oh, nice hook. That was a crippling shot right there.
Threw it real tight, elbow tight, big check in it, landed it right on the chin.
Big shots being landed on both sides here. All right, he closes the distance, gets the single collar tie. Oliveira gets caught with that punch. His chin is held up thus far. Got to shore up the defense here, though. Just misses there with the left.
Look at how he turns his hip over when he throws that kick.
Connects with the right hand. Pretty good punch, that one.
Nice
Double
right
leg
punch by this young man.
All right, so he lands his first takedown of the fight after many failed attempts, so he stayed committed. Now he has the fight in his wheelhouse.
And now he has a headlock trying to pin his opponent's back down flat onto the mat. Look from the transition to an arm triangle to try to chase the finish. Oh, he's got a choke. Needs to push the arm to the side. Get his head against the mat. Now watch as he goes to the finish. Watch his chest go to the mat. He goes flat, all weight to his opponent.
All right, so you got to be careful playing on the ground with this guy. You don't want to mess around for too long. All right, we'll see if he can apply pressure inside his opponent's guard here, DC. Oh, and he's able to land a strike there from the bottom. Nicely done by Volkanovsky. 15 seconds. Keep it busy here off of his back. Nice offense from the bottom. Round 2 is next.
That round, all right? I want you to stick to your jiu-jitsu. I don't want you to stand with this guy at all. Take him.
Well, what a round it was, especially from a striking standpoint. DC, take us through.
High-level striking. I mean, this is what people come through the doors to see. Two men stand on a quarter, chest to chest, forehead to forehead, and let it all fly. I'm surprised nobody went out, but it does excite me for the next round.
All right, DC, second round is getting underway. Round 1, not the round of the year necessarily, but some good in there.
And it's not always gonna be. You have two very talented fighters. Sometimes it's very even. That's what we saw in round number 1. Big kick lands.
Stuffs the takedown, no problem. Left punch is true.
Fantastic timing on that beautiful takedown.
Oh, now trying to isolate an arm, DC.
He needs to move his hips back to cover. He cannot allow him on that angle. He's attacking armbar now.
Arm has been isolated, but he picks him up and slams him down.
He lifted him through the air, slammed him on his back, and moved right into side control to get out of danger.
Beautiful job to not just turn defense into offense, but also to end up in a dominant position. Well, pretty good work off of the bottom here by Oliveira. Oh, trying to pass here, but Dikembe Mutombo style, he gets denied.
Blocked! Great job blocking that pass by the bottom fighter.
Oh, really nice work to keep busy off of his back as he lands some more offense here from bottom. Oh, Volkanovski's attempting to pass here, but he's denied by the defense. Might be a submission attempt here, champ.
I mean, you cannot sit in a full guard. When you sit in the full guard, you give these guys so many opportunities.
All right, well, he continues to manhandle him here on the ground. Now maybe trying to get to a choke position here, DC. All right, he's trying to control posture here. Now trying to hip escape.
He's just trying to move out of this position off the bottom.
All right, we'll see how he chooses to defend here. All right, so inside the open guard of his opponent. You got to be careful playing around for too long here on the ground with this guy. All right, he's got side control here, DC. You know, he's got a lot of different submissions in his arsenal once this fight gets to the ground. Pretty good work with the strikes here off of his back by Volkanovsky. Well, these are some excellent ground and pound strikes here, DC. There's an efficiency with which he operates in these situations.
He knows exactly when to throw, exactly when to hold, and it's allowing him to really control the grappling aspect of the fight.
There's a song there, right? Know when to hold him, know when to fold him.
Yep, absolutely.
Go. 30 seconds to go in round 2. 20 seconds now remain in the round. Well, you know, I don't like the gi very much, but I have an appreciation and a healthy one for these type of transitions.
You can tell he's been in a gi at some point in his life with the way that he moves so freely.
I'm skipping jiu-jitsu next week, too. All right, let's take a look back at some of the replays from that last round.
Unbelievable to see these high-level competitors get in each other's face, tuck their chin, bite down on the mouth guard, and just let it all hang out over the course of 5 minutes.
Nice, very nice. I told you we couldn't keep up with you. Your pace is way too crazy, okay? You gotta keep it up, though, all right? You got the card.
All right, pretty good back and forth action in the previous 2 rounds. Your expectations here as this next round gets underway?
I expect the action to really pick up now. These guys have to lay it on the line as we start to approach the end of the fight.
And the takedown attempt, but he does not land it.
He's so committed to body punching. Look at him chopping the wood. Chop the wood with those leg kicks. Big punch land.
Oh! Big shots exchanged in the pocket there. Well, we wondered earlier why there weren't as many body strikes. He's making up for lost time here. Shot to the body connects, and that bears watching. That's going to hurt this opponent. Well, the numbers continue to pile up. 54 total strikes have landed for Alexander Volkanovsky, and striking at a 61% accuracy rate tonight against Charles Dubrox Oliveira.
Oh, man, look at that. Picture perfect. Got to the leg, got to his position, got another beautiful takedown.
All right, half guard now. Not a fighter you want in half guard against you. For the bottom fighter, what does he need to do?
He needs to secure his underhook. He's got to be fighting for underhook. One of the most key things you can do as a bottom fighter stuck in half guard is try to frame. You frame and push your opponent away from you. By pushing him away from you, he will then want to come back into you.
Right.
It's like when I push you back, you want to go forward. So as he comes forward, hand goes off the face, let it slip into an underhook, build up to your elbow, then go chase your single leg. This is high-level grappling, John, from a Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu black belt named Daniel Cormier.
2 minutes remain in the round. Well, as usual, suffocating work from the top here by Oliveira.
He's putting him in exactly the positions he needs to be in right now. He's able to relax here. And he understands, being a veteran of so many fights, that as long as he's on top, he's winning. He feels like he's winning here.
Oliveira ground and pound from half guard now. Let's see if he can do some damage. Fighter trying to pass here, ooh, but gets denied.
Gets denied. Great job, great recognition of seeing what your opponent was trying to do.
Well, you got to be working off of your back. He's certainly doing so here. Nice punch. A lot of top pressure being applied here as he works out of side control. Oliveira's pass is denied. All right, he's got the full mount now. Is this one of the most dominant positions in MMA? Is that fair to say?
It's a very dominant position. It's one of the most ideal positions you can get to, especially if you are fighting someone that doesn't truly understand that they're not in as much danger as they are. Because it's dangerous, but there are a lot of outs. And if a person isn't very understanding of that, then you can really, really put some damage on it.
All right, a lot of high-level striking action in that last round. Daniel, take us through it, if you will.
Tit for tat. Who has the best chin? It seemed as though they were looking for that answer. Both guys took risks. What a fantastic round.
All right, here we go, fourth round of a possible 5. And this is the time where fighters are really tested, right? Dig deep, lean on the heart, we'll see who has the edge.
You feel pretty good in round number 5. Round number 4 is the one that really does test the fighter. It really does test the mettle of the guy inside of the octagon. Driving the back of the head, pulling forward on the head, and then landing those beautiful punches. Really got his opponent noticing.
Mixes it up nicely in terms of staying heavy and also staying active. Oh, and there's the double leg takedown, DC. That is just too good, too easy.
Too good, too easy. The timing was just too good. Before he could even defend, he's already off of his feet, going backwards. It's hard to run backwards, and that's what happens when this guy hits his double leg.
Well, not ideal to spend this much time on the bottom, but you can't fault him for his activity. Landing strikes here from the bottom. Nice work by Oliveira. Wow, that right punch has been the money weapon for him tonight, and he landed it again there.
If his opponent does not change something, he will continue to throw the strike until he makes it stop throwing.
And he landed the right hand there. Under 3 minutes now to go in the round. Good work here to the body on the ground by Volkanovsky. All right, working on the ground here, his opponent's feet on the hips. All right, well, both fighters pretty comfortable on the ground, DC, but you got to be very careful hanging out here for too long if you're his opponent. All right, north-south position here. We'll see if the crowd can be mature about this, DC. Trying to pass the guard here, but a nice job by the bottom fighter defensively.
Bottom fighter did a fantastic job of following with his hips, making sure he blocked any attempt to get past his guard.
Oh, he's got the ground and pound going now. All right, trying to pass here. As Global Teixeira might say, not today.
Not today. Great job of following with the hips, keeping those legs locked and keeping them in full guard.
Lands a strike now from the bottom. Nice work there by Volkanovsky.
He jumps on a headlock. We call this in wrestling just a headlock. And if you're not careful, you can get stuck in an arm triangle. Watch triangle, watch triangle. There he is, he's moving to the finisher position. Now watch, he goes parallel right next to his opponent. Win it. Oh, he might have got it with a choke.
Wow. Ooh, right into side control, DC.
This is where you want to be now because you get to make your opponent decide. They try to turn back into you, you can attack guillotine. If they turn away to try to get to your knees, you throw your hooks in and you got all your rear choke submissions.
All right, now we take a look back at some of the action in that previous round, DC. A lot to like on both sides, really.
I mean, both were intent on going forward. And what happens when nobody wants to take a step back? They meet in the middle. That's exactly what they did, and they both found success over the course of that round.
That's what I'm talking about right there. Your ground control is what's winning this fight.
We have arrived at this 5th and final round. Oh, and there is the kick. That one checked by Oliveira.
Nice strike.
Stuffs the takedown, no problem. Oh, nice job to land the knee there by the taller fighter, and I think I just heard Daniel Cormier say, I wish I was a little bit taller. You're a baller, though, DC.
Right hand punch.
Oh, late defense on the takedown and scrambles to his feet. Nicely done. Oh, and he escapes up to his feet. Very nice. Working off of his back here. Looks like he may try to hip escape. Right hand on point. Well, hard to win fights in mixed martial arts from the bottom, but nice work here in that position by Oliveira.
I mean, that right hand landed square.
Well, the ground and pound is there once again. Strong work here by Volka. Well, he's staying pretty effective here, fighting off of his back. Nice strike landed there by the bottom.
Now he's gonna attack a triangle choke here. Watch triangle, watch triangle. Needs to push the arm to the side. Get his head against the mat. Now watch, as he goes to the finish, watch his chest go to the mat. He goes.
And this might just be a matter of time. Wow. All right, side control now, DC. When you get side control in a fight, what are you looking at?
When I get to the side control in the fight, and I believe this young man should do the same thing, it's secure first. Grab everything in tight. Make sure your elbows are in. Make sure you've got something locked in so your opponent doesn't just squirm away. Punch short punches, but try to make the opponent make a choice. Either he turns back into you take your front headlock, or he turns in the opposite direction. You throw your hook in, and you start looking to get a choke off.
Useful strike there, the ground and pound on point tonight.
You need to get out of there.
30 seconds now to go in the fight. 20 seconds to go in the fight. Lands the ground and pound strike here. Well, he's in a compromising spot here, DC. You got to figure out a way to get back to your feet. All right, so the fight goes the championship distance, and you may want to get the black and gold colors out. We're getting a new champion tonight. He turned in a beautiful striking display tonight.
This is one of the best performances that we have seen from a challenger in a really long time. He relied on the striking. He understood that that's where he had the advantage. He used all of his advantages, and I feel like we will hear and new very shortly.
Here's Bruce Buffer.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 5 rounds, we go to the judges' scorecards for a decision. All 3 judges score this contest 48-47. Declaring the winner by unanimous decision, and new UFC lightweight champion of the world, Alexander the Great Volkanovsky.
Oh, what a moment there it is for the new UFC lightweight champion. I'm not crying. You're crying. Are you crying?
I mean, almost, it's hard not to feel emotional when you watch someone accomplish something that they set out to do so long ago. Congratulations to the champ. He did a great job in winning this belt.